Welcome to the Gray Door. And now for today's story. The Omninet Society. Miscalculation. The engineer entered the office carrying a single thick folder. The edges were worn from repeated handling, but inside every page was precise, clean, official. He closed the door behind him and set it carefully on the desk. The supervisor didn't look up. He gestured toward the chair across from him. "Tell me what happened," he said. Matter of fact, calm, no emotion, just command. The engineer nodded. "We had an incident at a project house at 10:32 p.m. last night. Phase 3 early deployment system, perimeter monitoring active. LifeScore integrated threat assessment flagged an anomaly. The intruder bypassed external defenses. Assessment level gamma. Intervention module engaged. The outcome was undesired." The words hung between them. The supervisor waited. "How undesired?" "Extremely," the engineer replied. "So you're saying the system eliminated them?" The engineer shifted. "I'm afraid so, sir." "So our non-lethal system executed a human based on LifeScore calculations?" "Yes," he said, voice flat. "The house was occupied?" the supervisor prompted. "Resident staff and the child were in the opposite wing, all asleep. Logs confirm no awareness or interference," the engineer replied, gaining confidence. The supervisor steepled his fingers and leaned back. "Go on." "The intrusion classification override was simultaneously engaged. LifeScore analysis flagged risk as high. Module deployed as programmed. Failsafes did not prevent lethal outcome." He opened the folder, spreading out the pages. Protocol required automatic law enforcement notification. Forward team was prepositioned and redirected. Scene secured, evidence contained, homeowner unaware. Perception of security intact. "Except the dead guy," the supervisor said. "Girl," the engineer corrected. The supervisor raised an eyebrow. "What did we learn?" "This exposed vulnerabilities. Sensors performed correctly, but the LifeScore-based procedural framework, especially automated notifications, created conditions where lethal force triggered unexpectedly. Containment was successful. Incident logged as undesirable outcome. Recommended supervisory review." He closed the folder deliberately. Detection performed within parameters. Response sequence revealed critical flaw. Homeowner remains unaware. No compromise to project house program. Why was she there? She had implements for breaking in, likely intending theft, the engineer said. "Where is the body?" "Special Services is transporting her to the incinerator. She was flagged as low-priority human asset." The supervisor nodded. "Who was she?" "Kira Dalton, Section 3, G9. LifeScore 213. Historical delinquency high. Drug use confirmed. Purple facial streaks mark her as an indigo user. Low social trust metrics. Sub 300 score. How did someone with this low even gain access to the roads?" the supervisor thought to himself. "How did she get there?" "Vehicle parked 2 blocks away, registered to Vincent Blake, her boyfriend. Relocated into Section G. Phone left roadside for timeline integrity." The supervisor exhaled. "No official investigation is necessary. Reports already tagged the area as high risk, low priority." "But why that house?" "She likely assessed occupancy probability as minimal. Owners absent. Suspect the data presented a window of opportunity," the engineer said. The supervisor pondered for a moment and then spoke. "Were all of the Omninet connections engaged? It is a project house, but I just want to clarify if everything was integrated. Yes, they were, sir, responded the engineer. Is it possible that the system determined the subject wasn't, well, worth saving? That did occur to us, sir. So maybe it wasn't a miscalculation, the supervisor said quietly to himself. The engineer didn't respond. The supervisor stared at the folder for a long moment. Then he nodded. That will be all. The engineer left, without another word. The supervisor looked at the closed door, then at the life score feed, blinking on his wall screen. He should file a report, but her score marked her negligible. He won't give her another thought. He turned to get back to his daily tasks. The end. You have been listening to The Gray Door. Thank you for listening.